on two things: pot sticker wrappers, not the filling, and these Mandarin pancakes. That's how much I love them. And they are going to be soft, chewy vehicles for the Peking chicken, and they are made in the coolest way. I'll start with 3 cups of all-purpose flour. This is basically the same dough as a pot sticker wrapper. 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt. I'll mix this to incorporate the salt. Hi. And now to bring this dough together, I'll pour in 1/2 cup of boiling water. The boiling water will cook the flour slightly, and that disrupts the glutens to create a dough with a texture that's not gonna fight you when you roll it out really thin. The defining feature of these pancakes is that they are so thin you could practically see through them. Cooking the flour helps achieve that thinness, and it'll also yield a super chewy bite. And once I feel like it's cooled down enough, I can get in here with my hands and continue to incorporate the water. I'm looking for a mealy mixture. This is the texture that I'm looking for. It's sort of like an oatmeal consistency. To bring this into a dough, I'll add 1/2 cup of cold water. I have many memories of making this dough, actually with my mom, who's not the Chinese one, growing up. And that's because when she married my dad, she took this dim sum class and learned how to make dumplings and steamed buns so that we could celebrate the Chinese holidays. Now that this has come together, I'll transfer it to my counter because it's easier to knead here. To knead, I'm pressing with my palm, folding it over, and repeating until it's smooth. And this all will achieve a super thin pancake. So thin you can practically see through it. This is such a satisfying dough to knead. I'll cover this with a damp towel, let it rest for 15 minutes, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. This dough is nice and relaxed. I'm gonna divide it into 16 equal portions to get 16 pancakes. And I like dividing the dough all at the top to ensure that each portion is roughly the same size. It's easiest to eyeball when all you're doing is dividing pieces in half. I'll roll these into balls and cover them with a towel so they don't dry out. Now, here's where things get wild. I'm gonna roll out and cook 2 pancakes at once, which will help achieve that thinness and also its efficiency at its finest. I'll smash them with my hands to get these little patties. Then I'll stick them together with a layer of toasted sesame oil in between so that once I'm done cooking them, I can peel them apart. You can also use neutral oil, but I love the added flavor of the toasted sesame. I'll put this one on top, give it another smash, and then roll this out into a pancake about 7 to 8 inches in diameter. And if for any reason the dough fights you and doesn't want to be rolled out thin, just let it rest for another few minutes. Probably just needs to relax, take a chill pill. This dough is cooperating. It is understanding the assignment. I have a dry skillet heating over medium-high. Cook this on both sides for just a minute or 2 until the pancake develops dark brown splotches. And when it's ready to flip, it will release easily from the pan. So if it fights you, let it go for another few seconds. I'm getting some good color on the bottom. That's pretty. Got some golden splotches. I'll cook it on the other side. And you know what just occurred to me? It looks like a moon. It's Moon Festival. This is ready to come off the skillet. I'll remove it to a plate and cover it up with a towel so that it can steam and get all soft. And as these come off of the skillet, I'll stack them up so that they steam together. All right, I'll keep on cooking. Time for the best part. If you can peel a sticker off of the paper, you can do this. Ta-da! Isn't that nifty? Time for the other best part. I feel like a kid again. They're so chewy and they're so good on their own. They're gonna be even better with Peking chicken in the middle.